physical, emotional, financial, all these impacts that you have of caring for a loved one. So this is how they define it in people, and it's fairly well recognised in people. It's less well recognised in people caring for pets. So, but actually, because the subject is people, there's actually masses of transfer between, what the medical field thinks about when you're caring for a, chronically ill loved one, human, compared to caring for a chronically ill, or in our case, we're talking about chronic pain, pet. And there's a lot of transfer because of the fact that people are still people. The actual carers are people.
Yeah.
So, we kind of use the same definition for the veterinary context, really. It's just that accumulation of that, physical, emotional, financial, and social burdens as well, the way it affects your social life. So,
yeah, I think that's one of the things that I remember. Like, if you put me on the spot and said, tell me a post that was put on that had an impact that you just didn't see coming. And this was right back in the beginning. So this would have been probably about 2017. And I was having a really bad time with Holly, which Gwen helped me through so many. And I admitted on a post that I had anticipatory grief, and I was really struggling emotionally. And the response was insane. At that point, we only had about 1,000 followers. So to have a couple of hundred people write, it was a really big deal. So what we realized is that these are topics that need to be talked about, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. And this is the point. It's not well recognized in, owners of pets. So because people don't think that they should have these feelings about having to care for their dog or cat, but mainly dogs are kind of what we've got the most data on caring for dogs. They don't know that anyone else is suffering the same thing because they don't talk about it. They don't see it as socially acceptable. So, the way it affects dog owners, it can cause a lot of stress and anxiety. It can even cause depression, because our pets are for some people, pets are almost a replacement for children, or additional. Their family. There's been quite a lot of qualitative research done recently by people like Zoe Belshaw, where she's interviewed loads and loads of dog owners, and they've actually expressed that they're like another member of the family, and losing a dog is like losing a member of the family. It's that powerful. So that, we're talking about grief here and anticipatory grief, but we're going to try and focus on caregiver burden tonight, but we can't really separate them.
No, they all do kind of blend in together. So for me, the caregiver burden that I definitely experienced with Holly was it was financially huge for me. And being a vet, I knew that there was all these interventions that I could try and tap into, and I had to explore them. And my credit card hated me really badly. I bought loads of stuff, and I was the sort of person that if I needed some non-grip booties, I'd buy 3 different brands to see which one was going to be best. And if I wanted to try an intervention, I'd go straight to referral, and I'd be doing the MRI, the CT. I just had to, because it made me feel that I was giving her the best opportunity.
It validated you, didn't it? That's fair.
Yeah, but the finances got out of control. And
you were a vet, so you could get them relatively cheaply compared to the average person.
I know. And I was insured. So she still broke the insurance barrier. Do you remember when she had a liver tumour?
Yes.
That whole incident cost me £10,500. And you kind of realise that you can't say no, you just keep stacking it up. So yeah. Finances was bad for me. Another one was it affected my social life a lot, because I didn't ever want to leave her.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I wouldn't go on holiday. I love snowboarding, and for 2 years I wouldn't leave her.
No, but I love trying to quote my clients, various things that they've told me over the years. Recently, I've had a client, she might be watching actually, who's actually said to me that they missed the end of a family wedding and the photographs at the family wedding because they had to go back to sort out the dog.
Yeah.
And other people who said, yes, they can't go on holiday because they couldn't bear to leave the dog. This happens all the time. They can't bear to leave the dog with their mother or their other family member or a kennels. Definitely not, can't put it in kennels whilst they're on holiday in case they take a sudden turn for the worse and they go to a different vet and then the vet says, oh, you need to euthanize.
Yeah.
Whilst this person's on holiday and they can't bear the thought of it. So they go, and actually, because they care so well for their dog and they've got such good engagement with their veterinary team, the dog goes on for several more years and they never go on